All right, today we're joined by Dwayne Cowan, 400 meters bronze medalist for Great Britain. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, my friend.
Yep. All right, we're going to go into some questions here today.
Go for it.
All right. First question was, how was it lining up in London for the World Championship?
Yeah, it's a good experience, you know. Basically, you're sort of like drafted away from the crowd, so you're in the cool room, so you don't really see too much until you get out there. Yeah. So once you get out there, that's when the flames and the pressure starts to come and everyone's calling your name. Yeah. And especially when they call your name out and the whole crowd goes, wow, you think, you know what? I've got to come here and do something. So the pressure was on and it was a wonderful experience, you know. Made the semi-finals in my first major competition, so you know, I can't ask more than that.
Yeah. It's a great accomplishment. Coming from where you come from football, moving into athletics, do you feel that it's been a massive achievement for what you've done in such a short period of time?
Yeah, I think it's... I don't think no one's ever done it at a later age. You normally hear people switch into football at a younger age. They stopped playing football from 18, then they went to do athletics. You sort of never hear someone that started or stopped football from 28 years old then to start doing athletics and within 2 or 3 years be at the top level. Yeah. It's hard. It was switching from football and athletics is two different worlds, you know, two different worlds. I actually thought I could come into athletics. Come into athletics with hardly any training and run a 10-1. That's what I really thought. Yeah. And you know, it's a big shock. Everyone that does have athletics have got a special talent, whether they won 11-2 or 11-3. Yeah. They've got a special talent. So it's a crazy experience.
Okay. So do you feel there's a big difference between the training levels of football and athletics?
It's a big difference. People say that the training's harder, but what I say is I don't think someone from the athletics world can come into the football world. I think they'll find it hard because it's stop-start, where athletics is more one continuous run. Yeah. So I think in both sides, they'll find it hard to come into two different sports. When I first started doing athletics, I didn't understand about tempo run. Okay. So a guy told me he had do 12 200s. Yeah. And on the first one, I went all out. 30 seconds rest. Everyone said, slow down. I said, oh, come on, you lot are slow. Second one, all out. The third one, I ran and halfway I had to stop and I was clutching and I was out of breath for about an hour. I was on the ground for an hour. So it's just a learning cure. Sometimes you learn by mistakes. And I've learned that in athletics, you know. You can only learn from mistakes. Yeah.
So last year, I followed you on social media and I saw that you was in Dominica training. Yeah. Pre-season, getting ready for the season. Yeah. What makes you go to Dominica?
Dominica, that's where my family's from, you know. Yeah. So my mum's side's from Dominica. And I just wanted to go to a place that's more closed off and it's more natural. Okay. So when I went over there, I just had so much natural food at my exposure, and it was just you're waking up in the morning, you're picking off your breakfast in your garden, you've got the coconut water, you've got the mangoes on my balcony, so you're just plucking your breakfast and it's all fresh. Yeah. You know, and just the fresh food, the fresh bars, you know, the people. Yeah. You know, you just relax. I was on the beach, you know, sometimes you've got to unwind, you know, after a long season. Yeah. It's just something to do and unwind.
So where would you go this year? In terms of pre-season, getting ready for the season next year?
Well, I've done something slightly different. I've actually trained. I did a bit of pre-season for the past 2 weeks now, and then I'm going to go away for a little break. Yeah. So this is slightly more different. So I'm going to go away for a break. So it's going to be more of a holiday / trading, then come back and get back to the hard work. So similar things in going to a hot climate. Okay. So
it's not going to be Dominica because obviously...
It's not going to be Dominica. Yeah, big...
Maria.
Yeah, it's a big hurricane that happened because that was my destination to go again. Yeah. But after the hurricane, I've supported and got some foundation set up.
Okay, brilliant.
And I've supported I've got a lot of charity work for Dominica, and yeah, it's poor. You know, hopefully anyone listening could, donate. It don't have to be money. It could just be food or cans, or just your time.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. So, with personal bests as good as they are, 20.73 and 45.
45.34.
Where do you see yourself going in the next year to 2 years?
The next years, I'm looking to, the next year, I'm looking to run much faster.
Yep.
I was half of the season. I was injured. You know, a lot of people don't.
What, the previous season just gone?
Yeah, like a lot of people don't know that. Like I pulled my hamstring about 3 or 4 times last year. After winning the Lille, the European Team Championships, I fell over across the line and I had a hip problem.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
So the tumble, and it's like I had a hip problem, and it took me quite a while. I had to change my style of running.
Okay.
So during the first season, you'll see me go out really hard.
Yeah.
And during the second half of the season, it was more of a slower pace.
On the actual race.
Yeah, so it's due to certain injuries, I had to change my style.
Yeah.
I think if I didn't get injured, I think if I carried on doing what I was doing from the start, I think it would have been much faster.
Okay, so coming off a 20.73 for 200.
Yeah.
I don't want to put no numbers out there.
All right. No, the 200, I've run some silly times in training.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say the times, but they were silly. And it's just, last year, I tried to run. I had no time to do my 200.
Yeah.
I was supposed to run it in the States, and the race got cancelled in Claremont. Then I tried to run the 200 after doing the 400 the following day, and my body was just shut down.
Yeah,
I actually ran so slow, and I just had no time to actually have a week off, or a week and a half off, and go out and do a 200. But next year, my goal is to open up with a few twos, just to get out of the way, to get the time I think I can run.
Yeah.
Then we move on to the fours.
Okay. Going back to this medal, this great medal here. What was it like when you received that baton that night in London?
It was surreal. I'm not one to get nervous, sometimes, but when you're in a 4x4, you got your teammates counting on you. So I had no recollection where I was. It was just the cool room. We came out, get to your blocks. So Matthew started us off, and as he was running, I thought, I'm next. So once I started running, I knew the Spain guy got out, or he was slightly ahead. And I knew he had to make, I knew if I could get ahead of him after the 150, and I'll take it at my pace and run home. And it actually worked. My coach said that I need to back up the pack. Yeah. I need to back up the pack.
Meaning stay at the back of the pack?
No, go to the front and you create the speed. Because there was some strong teams behind us, and Rabbi Youssef and Martin Rooney, they just hold it on, boy. So I'm just grateful that not everyone's got a world championship medal, you normally get Europeans, but I was surprised how much people haven't got this medal. So it's a big crowd just to come out, get thrown into the deep end. And I've always had the motto: listen, we're here to get a medal. I've always been a sore loser when I was a child, and I used to always think that was a negative trait. Then as you get older, you sort of realise that that's actually a positive. You should never wake up in the morning and be happy that you came second. And I've always kept that idea in my head.
Yeah. So, your dad's your coach.
Yeah.
One of your coaches. You have 2 coaches, right?
Yeah.
How is that relationship? Training, father. How do you find that?
It's fine, It's when I first went to his group, I think I met you there when I first started coming down. I saw you at the track, and I thought you lot were some elite Super Saiyans type athletes that I can't even step on the same track, you know. So that's why when I started training with my dad, I was surprised that I was like up there in some of the sessions, you know, and that gave me the confidence, you know. And I thought I didn't want to come to the training and think, okay, he's only here because of his dad. So I actually made sure in every session that I was at the front. So no one could say that. So I could be running against these top athletes, and I'll make sure that I'm at the front, just so they can, oh, he's there because of his dad, you know. So, but I paid the heavy price for that in the end, you know. Sometimes you got to stay at the back. Some days you just need to take your time off. But training with him's fine, you know. I've got no problems. It's hard, you know.
Does he put a little bit extra pressure on you because you're his son and he's like, come on?
Not really, you know. When I first came to the group, they said that the sessions was harder back in the day. So I said to myself, boy, I'm grateful for these sessions then, because when I first started training, I wasn't going to come back because we did a hill session. When I first did a winter with my dad, and we did a hill session. I'll never forget this. It was a couple guys. I think it was a Nigerian athlete, Christian, and then we had Richard Strachan was there the first year, and he ran up these hills, and these guys were just like theirs. Then my dad put me with the girls group. I thought, oh, okay, let me beat these girls. And I'll never forget this, Vicky Ruger just ran past me up the hill. And I said to myself, maybe I'm not supposed to be maybe I'm not supposed to be here. And you know, you just learn and you think to yourself, you know what, everyone's got strong points. I think long runs was never my strong point. I was always like I'm more of a speedster. You know, I'm more of a, give me 1 250 or 350, I'm fine. But when you start giving me reps with low recovery, I'm not good at that, you know. I'm not good.
So what do you see for yourself post-career? Not that I'm trying to...
No, that's fine, because I've been thinking about that as well, because it's hard, you know. It's hard, but post-career, I'm just doing what I was doing before. Probably going to buying and selling houses with my twin brother. Doing a bit of coaching. I was working in a school. I was a PE teacher in a school in Nunhead. So I was doing a bit of teaching. So I could go back into that, you know. That kind of stuff.
All right. I'm going to lighten the mood a bit and give you a couple quick-fire questions.
Let's go.
All right. You ready for this? You got 3 seconds to answer these questions. All right. 200 or 400?
200.
Michael Johnson or Van Nika?
Michael Johnson.
John Terry or Maldini?
Maldini.
Running or football?
Football.
Milan or Crystal Palace?
Crystal Palace.
Toughest competitor?
Toughest competitor. Funny enough, the toughest competitor is not really, would be the fastest one I've raced against, but Saddam, Kumi.
Country?
I'm not sure what country he's from. But he's a talented guy. He's very young as well. You know, he's a tough competitor.
Lloyd Cowan versus Dwayne Cowan, 400 meters.
400.
Who wins?
Me, of course.
All right, you're an Arsenal fan, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Arsenal win the league or Tottenham relegated?
Arsenal win the league or Tottenham relegated?
Which one would you prefer on the same day, deadline day, final day of the season?
I'll say Tottenham relegated.
And Arsenal can't win the league?
Tottenham relegated.
100%?
100%.
All right, brilliant.
Oh, thanks, man.
That was wicked.
No problem.
Well done. Thank you very much.